think we're back. We should be back now.
Here's Rissa.
Oh, jeez. Jeez. Okay. Trying to see if we're... Okay, it's showing as live. I hope.
But are we really?
No.
Are we really live?
No, we're not.
You sure?
No. We'll give people a couple more minutes to come in. Oh.
But things of faces.
Yeah. You should log on and you should see.
I
You
don't
should
remember how to do that.
how to log on to Twitch. Oh, that's right. That's right.
I can try TW.
Yeah.
TCH. Twitch login. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Google.
Do you have the link? Because I think all you have to do is put it on I think
I
you just
may
have to
or
look
may
up.
be logged in. I'm not logged in.
I'll give you the
Just gonna Boing.
oh my god.
What? Boing.
It's, there it goes. There it goes. Now I'm gonna
Boing.
try to see if I can get back into Twitch because it was glitching out on me for a second there.
Was it?
Twitch was glitching, not glissing, glitching. Twitch was glitching out. Oh, hi, Jan. We have a Jan in the room. You broke up, my love.
I said hi.
Oh, that was ear shattering.
You're welcome.
You're such a brat, you know that?
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll give it more minutes. But so yeah, so we're gonna be changing we're gonna be changing a couple of things coming up soon on the channel.
Why would we want to do that?
Because I think we wanted to add an extra day
Oh yeah. Okay.
because we don't we don't work enough as it is. This is so much fun. Okay.
Yeah. File log.
What?
I did that. Thank you. File login code. I did that for Twitch.
Oh yeah, that stupid code. That thing drives the not gonna say it. It drives me crazy. Like, cause like earlier today, for example, okay? Now keep in mind, I run Twitch on the same computer every single time, okay? And this dumb thing, for whatever reason,
Yes.
keeps trying to tell me that I need to put the code in. And I'm like, why? I use the same computer, and it does this every so often, like every other week. So I swear it's like a glitch with Twitch or something.
A lot of ammunition, a lot of going to be.
Wow. Why is it doing this? Okay, there we go. We want to mute that. And I really, really want to go to follow to putz around on our channel for ADFP. There we go. Now I have it.
You got
But
the
it made
AF.
me jump through hoops to get there.
Really?
Really, really.
That's weird. Trying to.
There we go. Now I see you. I
Oh,
see you.
okay, good, good. I was afraid for a
Is
minute
it?
there that like there's something wrong with my internet. Um, I'm gonna
Is
have
there?
to. Yeah, I don't know what's going on because every time I try to bring up the Twitch channel on my computer, I can't have Twitch and the live stream going, which that's never happened before.
I'm not seeing anybody in the stream chat.
No one in chat.
I don't see anybody.
We had one. We may have
We
lost
did.
her.
She disappeared.
That's no good. Well, we'll carry on. We don't need them. We do come back.
Was
So
that the crazy lady on the ground floor?
yeah, yeah. Our resident crazy lady.
Cool.
And I have another crazy lady behind me sitting on the floor. And yeah, she's not happy with me right now.
Why not?
Because I didn't give her okay.
Oh, she wanted junk food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the problem is she was being a bad girl, so she didn't deserve it.
Yep.
So
Tough
no,
noodles.
no treaty for her. Oh crap! That I'm probably gonna get mauled in about 5 seconds.
Tell her not
But
to be a little pissant.
I know, right? You know, and if only if it was that easy. It'd be nice if it was just to be like, listen, you're grounded, go to your room, and have them listen to that. Yeah, no, they make up their own mind. You tell them they're grounded, they go in the opposite direction.
You gotta have a crate for that kind of thing.
Yeah, we had a crate, but luckily we don't have to use it too often. As a matter of fact, I'm getting rid of the thing because we don't use it. But yeah, so as some of you know, I put it up on Facebook, so I'm not sure if some people saw it and some people didn't. But you know, Miss Madam Marissa, she knows that we lost Jasper over the weekend, last weekend, and
May the
it
poor
was
little beastie rest in peace.
yeah, my poor little guy. And so that actually brought to my attention something that I don't think we've talked about yet on this channel when it comes to, you know, the paranormal and things like that. And that's dealing with a loved one's passing and, you know, figuring out if they're trying to contact you after they passed. And so what prompted me to think this is that obviously the passing of Jasper, but I could have sworn, and like I still hear it, like it's almost like he is here in the room with me, and I can hear him loud and clear as if, you know, he didn't pass on. And so I sat there and I started thinking, I'm like, I can't be the only one that has the experiences like this. Hi, Teddy. But you know, I I guess really where it's weird, okay, is the night after he passed was, I think, the worst of it. And that was, I was waking up, I think, what, every couple of hours thinking that I was hearing Jasper in the room banging around. And so I would get up, go to look for him, and he's not there. Because obviously when you're half asleep, you're not thinking clearly. And so it got me really thinking about, why don't we try to talk about something like this, on Spirit Talk. This is what we're about. And I am curious to find out, has anybody else ever had a loved one, whether it be, a companion pet or another loved, a family member, a friend, a lover. Has anybody ever lost someone and continue hearing things or seeing things as if they were still there? I don't know
Yes.
about. Yeah, it's one of those weird, kind of, well, not weird, but it's one of those, topics that I don't think a lot of people think to talk about when, they're dealing with the paranormal. And, this really hits the core of who we are as a paranormal team. And
Right.
when you're going in, especially if like we're doing a private home, and we have clients that have come in and asked us to do an investigation of their home. And a lot of times, what is the first thing that people tell you when, they ask you to do an investigation? And for us so far, I'm saying the biggest one is, it must be, so and so who was, a family pet or family companion, friend, mother, daughter, what have you. And it's usually that, like, I know from me in my personal experiences, that is actually one of the more common things that I get asked. Is, can you do an investigation because I think someone from my family is here? And so that really, that drags up that question of, well, how do we know that your family members are talking to you? And that's where we come in. Did I lose you?
Nope, I'm here.
Okay, good. But yeah, so it's one of those subjects that, it's such a common thing. It really is. It's such a common thing. But it's one of those subjects that always seems to be, forgotten about, or forgotten to, be talked about. And we would definitely love to hear anybody in the audience's stories, if you guys have any. Share them with us, because we're, you know me and Madam Rissa here, we both have our own, experiences, but we're pretty deep and heavy into, the paranormal as it is. So we probably tend to have a little more experiences than the normal person. But coming down to, you guys as our followers, or, a potential client, I am always curious to hear, is there ever a time that you feel that a family member is near you, or a friend, or, whoever it was that passed on? Um, was there a point when they first passed that you could swear up and down that they were still trying to contact you? And I know, like, for me this week, it was Jasper. It was the passing of Jasper. And so it's enough to mess with the brain.
It is,
Right.
but like, you know the difference. Like if it was just, trick of the mind or,
Yeah.
something you over here, but like when somebody else hears it, like or feels it or, you know,
Yeah.
there's
And
something
like
definitely something legitimately there.
and that's exactly what I'm meaning here is, as the paranormal team, when we get calls like that, especially with that one investigation, home investigation that we did, a majority of that investigation was, looking to see or to prove that it's, our clients, one of our clients' family members. And, that that's something that I think it hits home for all of us, that when we're doing an investigation like that and we're trying to give clarity to see if that person's family member is really trying to contact them, that's where it gets personal. Which is kind of why I like the home investigations a little more, only
Right.
because that can, because you can get almost direct answers and you can verify them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's more we have a response. When my first guinea pig died, me and my partner went out in the garden to bury him. And the moment we went outside to do it, it just randomly started snowing.
Oh, see, now that is awesome. That is awesome. And that's the kind of stuff I absolutely love to hear, because sometimes the spirits that are trying to contact us, they're not always going to it's not always going to be at that, bewitching hour and, little taps on windows and doors and things moving. Sometimes it's even small things such as that, just something that
Right.
you can tell that there's more to it than just a coincidence.
It's kind of like a personal verification.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's probably one of the cutest stories I've ever heard when it comes to this. Poor little guys. I can definitely relate to losing babies. But yeah, so like like I said, this topic is just, it's such a personal topic. And I think that's really why I wanted to do this kind of topic is, not only am I experiencing it, you know, now, um, but it's something that I feel can connect us to you guys who are our followers, and, hopefully be able to, open up a little bit, maybe share some of your stories. Because I think we had a few new people come in, so that's why I'm re-explaining things. But
Right. I
yeah,
didn't
so
see,
what?
but I said I didn't see people come in, but okay.
Oh, you didn't? I got an alert.
Did you?
Yeah,
I didn't see it on my end, but that's okay.
that's okay. It's stupid, stupid Twitch. But it's it's a good topic. It's definitely a good topic, and it brings what we do. It brings our core beliefs into the mix. Um,
Right.
which I'm saying we haven't really been talking too much about the pagany side of us lately. We've been focusing mainly on the paranormal, but this topic is one of those topics that you can actually mix the two together. Um, it's as far as like my belief, and I know Madam Rissa, you feel similar to this. I do firmly believe that when a loved one passes, it's not in your head. If a loved one has passed and you think you're hearing them, or you're, smelling their, cologne or perfume, or, those little subtle things, sometimes even the big things, like tapping or things like that. Um, I'm a firm believer that, especially if it was recent, like it was with me and Jasper, where Jasper passed, and that night and the night after that, I was swearing that I could hear him. And I think that that is, that would be him trying to tell me that it's okay. And I think that, from a pagany standpoint, I firmly believe that. I do believe that your family members or loved one that passed will come and tell you that, I'm okay, I'm at peace. And so, but then there's sometimes where they get trapped and locked in the house, like in a mirror.
Yeah.
Mm. But yeah, no, it's nice to be able to kind of bring the pagan spiritual stuff into the channel tonight, because we haven't done it in a while.
Well, there's also, I think it's a Jewish tradition that when someone is passing or on the verge thereof, that you leave the windows in their room open so that their soul can fly free.
I've heard that. I have heard that. I know they also, it's not, it's similar to what I do for a loved one's passing. I cover my mirrors and anything that has a reflective surface.
Yes,
Um,
they do that. They do that, and then they leave.
yeah. And I only cover mirrors, and we won't use electronics that have, like, nothing that produces an image. Um, we won't use that for 5 days after, and we cover the mirrors for 5 full days. And the reason for that is it's to signify the five elements. The four main ones, which is earth, air, fire, water. The last is to signify spirit, and that's supposed to be when the, we call it having the house in mourning. And that's the 5 days representing the spirit, and as well as the elements. But then the last 3 days, I think, are to also signify the three phases of the goddess, if I remember correctly. Um, and so there's a lot of symbology behind this particular um, ritual that I follow. And so we cover the mirrors, that they're covered for 5 full days. Um, what else? We have a memorial set up for the 5 full days, and after 5 days, you can take the house out of mourning. Which doesn't necessarily mean that everybody in the house just like, hey, we're just gonna stop mourning now. It just means that you can, uncover the mirrors. You can take down the altar if you do choose to do so. Um, for me, I'm probably gonna leave it up for a while. So it's very pretty though.
That's nice.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that ritual done?
Which one?
The one I was just talking about?
Um, Not particularly, but it sounds familiar to like incorporation of a number of different belief systems.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
kind of nice.
it is incorporated. Like the the covering the mirrors and the signifying of the 5 elements, that was something that I was taught in another coven that was, I want to say Mike and we were living down on the South Shore, and we were in a all gay coven. And
in Boston.
what was that?
Wasn't that the one in Boston?
Yes, yes. And so they taught me that, and then some of the other bits I actually wrote myself.
Nice.
And actually, as a matter of fact, Jasper's passing had me not only write that ritual out completely, the stuff that I was already taught, I added stuff to it, previous to that. And then when he passed, I actually added more. And ever since his passing, I have had a whole bunch of new ideas for rituals, different kinds of rituals. And I am a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. And
Right.
I'm starting to wonder, is Jasper's passing due to maybe me being out of the pagan world for a couple of years now? Maybe that was kind of like my wake up call of, not determination, but what would be the word for that?
Kind of like shock your butt back into things. Like
Yeah,
I've been away so long.
yeah,
Bit
yeah.
of realization.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. And so, but did I tell you what wound up happening?
You know what?
So I get an email from the lady that runs the shelter that I adopted Jasper. I mean, not Jasper, that I adopted Magoo and Stormy from.
Mm-hmm.
And I had asked them if they wanted the cage. And she said no. I had told her that I was what happened with Jasper. And she says, "Oh my God." She's like, "I am so sorry to hear that." And she goes, "But this is a huge coincidence." And I said, "What?" She goes, "You're contacting me today, and we just had a cockatiel, a female, show up today."
Are
And I'm
you
like,
gonna do it?
I don't
Are
know.
you gonna follow?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready. But it's like, it's stuff like that, like that adds to what I was talking about of, how everything happens for a reason.
Right.
And it's so weird that I contact the shelter that we got, our other 2 birds from, asking them if they wanted the cage. And what are the odds? And keep in mind the what do you call it? This shelter, they specialize more in parrots than they do.
The small birds.
Yeah, the smaller birds. Like they do have, smaller birds, but they don't adopt out cockatiels that often. And it's like,
Right.
what are the odds that I sent an inquiry to them asking them if they wanted a cage, told them what happened to Jasper and why we're getting rid of the cage, and they come back and say, yeah, we could take the cage, but we have a female cockatiel. And it just so happens too that before Jasper passed, me and my mother-in-law, we had been talking about me getting another cockatiel for Jasper that's a female. And so
Well,
it's just,
unfortunately, he didn't live, but I, I mean, you say you're not ready, but someone's saying, hey,
Yep. No, I
Or
agree with that.
and maybe it is, you know what I mean? Maybe it's supposed to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I agree with that. I fully agree with that because there's too many coincidences, you know? And
Right.
this is where I love what we do the most is
See,
being able.
yeah, personally, I think you should tell them yes. Because, like, how often does that happen and hit like lightning? Like, you know what I
True.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like this is
And you
why
have all
I
the stuff and you have
yeah,
the supplies. It's not like it would put you out any.
mm-mm. I have two cages as a matter of fact. Um but
There you go.
but yeah, no, like this is the exact reason why I love what we do. And this is where us being pagans can really come into the mix. And, you know, I hope that in the future that maybe this will help, you know, not just, you know, us personally, but also people in the future that, you know, we go in and do investigations in their houses. Is
Right.
I love it when when people come to us and say, I think this is my, you know, my dad. Can you, you know, maybe come in and do an investigation? And that's when we, you know, kind of get little bits and pieces of detail, but then having surefire things, just like what's happening with me with the whole Jasper situation and that other cockatiel. Um, you know, there are going to be times that we get that. And the pagan side of us, this is where our pagan side can come in and be like, okay, there are too many coincidences here for it to be a coincidence. Um,
Right.
and that's
There's so many things
yeah,
that can hit in one situation or happen or that you say, oh, it's a coincidence. It couldn't be. And then when it keeps happening, you're like,
yep,
no flipping way. You know what I
yep,
mean?
yep. And that's exactly right. It really is. That is exactly right. Because it's like, you know, with the stuff that's going on with me now and with Jasper, um, it's just there is too many coincidences there, you know?
Right.
Because the odds of all of those things falling into place at the right time is just no, no. Like I firmly believe that he, you know, maybe he has something to do with it. You know, maybe he knows that I'm hurting without him, and he wanted me to have a little friend.
I think
Stormy's been
so.
missing him. She's been mimicking him more lately for some reason.
Yeah, but Stormy's a brat.
Yeah, Stormy is a brat, and Stormy only likes me. Everybody else needs to go away.
Right.
But yeah, so you know, definitely like I hope that because I don't think we have a lot of people in chat right now, but I hope that you know some people watch this and when we put it up on YouTube later, I'm hoping that, you know, people comment on it. And we absolutely love to hear from our followers. You know, we love to hear the stories that you guys have. We love it when you share with us what, you know, you guys want to see or future content on Spirit Talk. We have I'm going to be opening up our email address for ADFP for what do you call it, suggestions for ADFP itself for the actual investigations, as I've gotten a couple of requests, but they were all the way like Midwest, and I'm like, yeah, we're not going there yet. But
We're not big enough to be traveling that far.
what was that?
I said we're not big enough to be traveling that far. We can't afford it. We don't have,
Yeah, no.
finances for that.
Yeah, no.
But
And so, but I would definitely like. I'm gonna open up that email address. Actually, Rissa, can
yes.
you put the ADFP email address in chat? Do you need it?
Yes, I do, please.
1 second, peoples. Okay, there it is. So it's contact.adfp@adfparanormal.org. And so we are going to be taking suggestions. You know, if especially if you live on the eastern seaboard, uh, depending on how far you are, we may actually consider going. So if people have suggestions, please feel free to send us an email. Or if you want your house done. That would be fun. Doing other people's houses.
We should
Yeah.
come check out my attic. That's what we should do.
We should do an
That
investigation
could
at your
be fun.
house.
We should
Huh.
show people that attic because it somewhere you would is spiritually active.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah,
It's just
so
it would be easier for me to just putz around with my phone up there and be.
would that
But
be a good one for a live stream?
it might be. I mean, if you feel like you're feeling good enough to come up 2 flights and then some. But
Yeah, let me write that down. That sounds like a good idea.
it's just like you look at the building from the front and it looks like the place is falling down. I won't lie, but you open the door and you see stairs up to the attic, and it's like.
What was that, honey? You're breaking up.
Oh, I said that you see the front of the building,
Yeah,
and it looks like the place shouldn't be lived in, but then my apartment looks nice.
I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, and then you step into what they call the closet space in one of the extra rooms. And
Okay,
there's this creepy friggin' stair up to the attic.
that is cool.
It's not an actual closet. It's just there's a little bit of space where they hung some stuff, but it's not really an actual closet. It's the area that leads up to the attic.
That is really cool. That is so cool. That sounds like our old house. All the stairs, the random staircases.
Yep. And then, like I said, like I was telling you, I wanted to put some boxes up there because they were good boxes from a shipment from Amazon. God forbid I have to move again. I'll need
Yeah.
good boxes. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna, store these up here. There'll still be plenty of space for y'all up here. Thanks, Arissa. Ouch.
Thanks, bye.
Okay, thanks, bye. I didn't. You can see it. It's an unfinished attic.
Yeah. Didn't you send me a picture of it?
I don't think I did, but I can.
Yeah, you should send me a picture of it later. Bob.
Once we go back up into the attic. Okay, can do.
You don't have to do it right now.
No, nor was I gonna do.
You're breaking up again.
Nor was. Bleh.
Is your net okay?
Probably choppy.
Yeah, you're coming in a little choppy. Well, you know what? We can call it for tonight. I'm saying at least we got a little bit of a live stream done, almost an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we should be back up and running, full steam ahead. So we should be doing Spirit Talk next Saturday at our normal time, 6:30. Me and Madam Marissa have been talking for off and on for probably about a couple of weeks now about adding a second day to Spirit Talk. But we're not 100% decided on that. So if anybody has a suggestion on what day of the week you might like to see Spirit Talk on for a second day, let us know in the comments or send us an email or a message, or people have Facebook, and we can see what we can come up with.
Indeed.
Yeah. That should be fun.
We can definitely do
A second day of Spirit.
second day of our insanity.
I was just about to say that. The second day of the insanity. Alrighty, everybody. I hope everybody has a good night. For our YouTube people that see this after the live stream, remember to like, comment, and share. And what is it? Follow, share, follow, like, whatever it is. It's down there somewhere. And
Do stuff.
Yeah, do stuff. Click the stuff down there. Click it down. And then we will see you all next Saturday. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
See you later, alligator.